Yo, what's up? What's up? So what I want to do is go through Cassie's testimony that she testified to on the stand during the trial. I was at the trial every day except 5 days, but I was there for Cassie's testimony.
It starts by looking your best, but that's impossible.
Shout out to everybody in the live chat. LT James, I see you. All right, so what I want to do is we're going to go through my notes. Everybody double tap the screen, get this video a like, give it a thumbs up. And what I want to do is go through the hold on. I put the wrong thing up there. Hold on here. Hope Rising, thank you for the super chat. All right, hold on. I got to do it the other way. Double tap that screen. All right, so what I hear a lot about is Cassie. Cassie was the star witness for the government. I was in the courtroom every day but 5 days. I was there for Cassie's testimony. I was in the overflow courtroom on 24B. I heard her entire testimony. Hope Rising, thank you for the super chat. I think I'm getting my CPA. Any advice? Absolutely, go get it. Do your thing. So, what I have here are the notes from Cassie being cross-examined by Anna Esteveo. This was Thursday, May the 15th, 2025. At 9:27 in the morning. That's when her testimony started. Anna Esteveo, you took care of Puffy for 11 years. Yes. Anna Esteveo, Puffy's attorney, you loved Puffy for 11 years. Cassie, yes. Esteveo, you were both in love for 11 years. Cassie, yes. What I'm going to do is I'm going to speak Cassie's responses. If I don't say Cassie in front of it, that's Puffy's attorney, Anna Esteveo. You called him Sean. Cassie, yes. Cassie, I was insanely jealous. You would continue You would break up with Sean and you would continue to get back together with him. Cassie, yes. I loved him, and I believe Sean loved me too. The early part of our relationship was filled with love and passion. Ana Estevello shows an email, but the email is not allowed to be read in court. The government objected, and the email wasn't read. Ana Estevello, you and Puffy sent loving messages back and forth to each other on a regular basis. Cassie, yes. Text message from Puffy to Cassie. Puffy, it makes me so happy that you would fly to Atlanta to see me. I miss you. Cassie, I would fly to anywhere you are. I am a lucky woman to be with you. I love you. They had BlackBerry phones. Puffy, text message to Cassie. I love you so much, it makes me cry. Cassie, you hungry, Papa? That was Cassie's nickname for Puff, Papa. Puffy, did it make you miss me? Cassie, a lot. You didn't even respond to my message. April the 4th, 2010. This is 2.5 years into their relationship. Puffy to Cassie. I'm going to sleep now so tomorrow can come faster so I can see you. I love you so much, it makes me cry. Cassie, LOL. I'm so happy that we fell in love. Text message, Cassie to Puff. It's amazing. I love you so much until we don't care anymore. Cassie, I'm looking forward to being public with our relationship. This is August the 15th, 2009. At this point, the relationship is still private. Cassie, Pop Pop, I really miss you. Puffy, damn, me too. I can't wait to see you. BlackBerry message, August 22nd, 2010. Cassie, so you hung up. I haven't talked to you. You haven't spent 3.5 minutes on the phone with me. I don't need your money. I need your time. This is not how a relationship works. Ana Estevello, Puffy's attorney, asked her, why did she send that message to Puff? I wanted to spend time with him because I had fallen in love with Puff. I wanted to spend time with Puff. I wanted to make him happy. I did freak-offs because I thought I was in a mature relationship. Puffy, I love you so much. You make me a better woman. You make me a better daughter. You make me a better sister. You make me a better friend. I can't wait for us to have a baby of our own. I wanted to be around Puffy. He's an exciting, entertaining, and fun guy. Our relationship was exciting, fun, and passionate. Cassie, Puffy trusted me with his secrets. Cassie, I earned his trust. Cassie, Puffy had a special place in my heart, and I had a special place in Puffy's heart. August the 5th, 2009, Puffy, text message to Cassie. I miss you already. Cassie, me too. Puffy, when do you want to freak off? Cassie, I am always ready to freak off. Puffy, you tell me the day you want to freak off. You choose the day. Cassie, it can be whenever. Puffy, we can always do it during the week or the weekend. Puffy, can we get jewels? Cassie, maybe. Puffy, can you reach out to Jules? Cassie, I can. 2 days later, Puffy and Cassie sent explicit messages to each other. Special Hagen, what's going on? That they don't read in court. Puffy, I can't wait to watch you get real hot. Cassie, me too. I just want to be uncontrollable. Cassie sends Puffy an explicit message. They don't show it in court. Puffy, what you thinking about? Cassie sends him an explicit message. Puffy, I can't wait. That's why I want to see you freak off. Cassie, I can't wait to freak off either. Puffy, I'm so horny. Cassie, OMG, I was about to text you the same thing. Puffy, you're supposed to be seducing me all day. Cassie, LOL, I'm nervous. I feel like I want to fuck. Puffy, I'm so horny, I can't concentrate. Cassie, so what do we want to do? I'm going to buy candles. I'm going to check in the room to set up the room for the freak off. Two weeks later, Cassie, I just deleted our video. It was so dope. Puffy, I'm gonna do it again. Cassie, do you have any more opiates? Do you have any more pills on you? December the 9th, 2009. Puffy, text message to Cassie. The things I want to do to you, I want you to come more than you ever came. Cassie, text message back to Puff. I like that. I want to give you the same. I want to feel like you are my husband and I feel safe. And you are the only man I am doing this with. Puffy showed up to Cassie's 21st birthday party with Dallas Austin and Britney Spears, and Puffy kissed her. Cassie testified on the stand that she was in a 3-year relationship with Ryan Leslie, and that Ryan Leslie introduced Cassie to Puffy. At this point, Cassie was already linked up with Tommy Mottola. Cassie was already successful. She had a successful hit song out. Her album was doing well. She was modeling. She had an apartment in Manhattan. I need y'all to share this video and get this video a thumbs up. Share this video. Puffy invites Cassie to Miami. Cassie says, how do I get to Miami without Ryan Leslie knowing that I'm in Miami? Cassie makes up a fake flyer. She goes to Kinko's or goes on a computer or goes to some printing place and makes up a fake flyer that she has a gig in Miami. Posts this fake flyer on her Instagram so that Ryan Leslie can see it, and she shows the fake flyer to Ryan Leslie, showing him that she has to go to Miami to do this appearance, this party promotion. She posts the flyer, she leaves and goes to Miami, and her and Puffy spend the whole weekend together in Miami while she is still dating Ryan Leslie. Under cross-examination, while she's on the stand, she testifies that while she was still dating Ryan Leslie, who was 10 years older than her, she would come to New York and stay in hotels with Puffy while she was still dating Ryan Leslie. I need everybody to do me a favor. Share this video with one person in your contact list. An email message, October the 14th, 2007. Cassie tells Puffy, we've only had 1 week together, Puffy. I feel protected. You are the sweetest and most. I feel safe when I'm with you. I feel protected. This was a long email love letter that Cassie sent to Puffy. When they first started doing the freak-offs, when Cassie sets up the first couple freak-offs, Cassie would wear wigs and she would wear masks in the early freak-offs to be discreet. There was a text message exchange between Cassie and Puff that they love to make love after the freak-off and before the freak-off. Puffy texts her, when are you on your period? Cassie, I'm skipping my period this time because I want to do a freak-off. Cassie texts Puffy, I want to see you have sex with another girl. Cassie testified on the stand that 2 or 3 times she watched Puffy have sex with another woman. July the 16th, 2012, Cassie texts Puffy, I'm horny and bored. I tipped the cleaning lady, I need your dick. Cassie, I love you. I had so much fun with you. This is after a freak off. Puffy texts her back, I love you. Cassie texts Puffy back, a lot of dicks and a lot of partying. Puffy, are you sick? I'm sorry. So after a freak off in 2012, after they do a freak off, Cassie texts Puffy, I'm horny, I'm bored, I need your dick, and I tip the cleaning lady. I love you, I had so much fun with you. A lot of dicks, a lot of partying. Puffy texts her back, I love you. In 2017, after the relationship got stale, Cassie and Puffy would do role playing to try to rekindle the excitement of their sex life. And Cassie would tell Puffy, I'm gonna go down to the bar in the hotel or to a restaurant, and you come in and you talk to me like you don't know me, like it's our first time meeting. Was the role playing. You are not who you are as Puffy, and I am not who I am as Cassie. We're gonna act like we don't know each other and try to rekindle our romance. Puffy asks her, are you sure you want to do a freak off? If not, please tell me so I can stop. Anna Estevello, Puffy's attorney, asks Cassie, were you jealous of Kim Porter? Cassie, yes. Every holiday, Puffy was with Kim Porter on Thanksgiving and Christmas, and that upset me. Puffy also had another girlfriend by the name of Gina. I was upset about Gina. There were many times Puffy would break up with Gina and get back with Gina. That made me upset. Puffy had multiple women. Puffy had multiple women. Puffy had multiple women. Puffy found out about Cassie messing around, and Puffy was very upset. Puffy was insanely jealous of Cassie. Cassie, I was upset. Cassie upset that she was not integrated into Puffy's kids' life. She was jealous when she would see Kim Porter and Puffy and his children on social media. Cassie wanted to be involved in Puffy's kids' life. I didn't want to be looked at like a side piece. I wanted and I thought I was Puffy's main girlfriend. Puffy was super mad about Kid Cudi and the fact that I was involved with music business. To get in contact and communicate with Kid Cudi, I got a burner phone. Puffy was super mad about Kid Cudi, and he always brought it up. In 2015, Cassie was in South Africa. Puffy went to an event with Gina. The people at the event thought Gina was Cassie, and they started texting Cassie, "You look nice in that dress. You look nice in that outfit that I saw you in tonight." And Cassie was like, "Saw me in tonight? I'm in South Africa. I'm not with Puff." That was Gina. I think this was the Revolt Music Festival. At this time, Cassie is conversating with Michael B. Jordan. Puffy flew to Connecticut to meet Cassie's parents and to talk to them about the physical abuse. Cassie testified that Puffy overdosed in 2012 after a freak-off. Then they went to a sex club in San Bernardino, and then they went to the Playboy Mansion. And then they both flew to Mexico to get clean. Then Cassie talked about the Suge Knight confrontation with guns at Mel's Diner in Los Angeles. Ana Estevello asked Cassie, "Were you in the car?" She said no. But when she met with federal prosecutors, Cassie lied and told the feds that she was in the car when Puffy went to confront Suge Knight at Mel's Diner in LA. Cassie would heat up the baby oil and put the baby oil in the baby pool. Cassie would heat up the baby oil to make it warm and put it in the baby pool for her and Puffy to use. The next day, May the 16th, 2025, Cassie's on the stand. This is her last day on the stand under cross-examination. 9:24 in the morning. March 19th, 2016, three days after the Intercontinental Hotel incident by the elevator where Puffy assaults her, Puffy texts Cassie, "I'm so horny for you." Cassie texts him back, "You are? Not a good vibe. We need a different vibe from Friday." Puffy, "Fuck Friday, LOL. I don't even want to do that again." Cassie, "LOL, true." Puffy, "WYD, what are you doing?" Puffy went to drug rehab a month after the Intercontinental Hotel. In August of 2016, Puffy suspected Cassie of cheating, and on her 30th birthday, Puffy goes to pick up Cassie, tells Cassie to call her mother. Puffy says, "I want to speak to your mother." Cassie opens up the phone with the password, starts calling her mother. Puffy snatches the phone from Cassie, now that it's open, jumps out of the car, and runs away and stays gone with the phone for a couple of hours. Puffy begins to look through Cassie's phone and sees that she is texting and calling an NFL football player. Puffy then found out that Cassie was dancing with Chris Brown, and he took her phone again. Puffy would take my phone, my car, and my watch when he was mad. On March the 10th, 2014, Puffy and Cassie text each other back and forth about them seeing other people. Puffy is questioning why she didn't call him back. In Atlantic City, Cassie finds out about a guy named Sujit who's got a copy of a video of Cassie having sex. Cassie confronts the guy and says, "I will kill you and cut you up and hide you. I will fuck you up and there won't be any blood on my hands. Somebody else will do it." An escort recorded a video of Puffy and Cassie and him in secret, and Puffy paid the escort to make the video go away. And they always used Cowboys and Angels escort service. Cassie went to a drug rehab called the Willow House. She says she's been clean since 2022, taking medication for opiate addiction. She began writing a book. She was treated for neurofeedback, which is help with trauma on the brain. Psychodrama, treated for EMDR, helps recount memories and understand psychosomatic trauma. In 2018, this is, I guess, around the time that Cassie is going to begin to start dating Ryan Leslie. Puffy suggested that him and Cassie go to relationship counseling. Puffy is trying to get back together. Cassie texts him back, "You took care of me materialistically, but not where I needed it. I needed you to put me first, not Kim Porter and not Gina. You put the nail in the coffin with Gina, and she never went away." August 2018, they have dinner together. They go back to Cassie's house. They ate at the Italian Malibu restaurant. And this is the night that Cassie says that Puffy violated her. But we all know what actually happened was by this time she was dating Ryan Leslie. And while Puffy was at her house, Ryan Leslie called, and Ryan Leslie later found out that Puffy was there. And in order to keep her relationship with Ryan Leslie, she lied to him and said that Puffy violated her and took it. Cassie met with federal agents and prosecutors in November 2023, 2 weeks after the civil suit. She said that Puffy was acting strange, Puffy was acting anxious and bipolar. She met with the federal prosecutors again in April 2025. . The day Cassie testified that Puffy took her innocence, violated her, but then the very next day, she texted Puffy a text with a heart emoji. She went to Andre Harrell's birthday. Ana Estevello asks her, "Do you still love Puffy?" She says, "I love our past. Do you hate him?" "I don't hate him." "Do you still love him?" "I love our past." Puffy and Cassie had a breakup conversation, August 2018. Cassie texts Puffy, "I'm so heartbroken." Puffy says, "Me too, good night." September 2018. Cassie texts Puffy, "How is yoga treating you?" She thought Puffy was having a romantic affair with the yoga instructor. Puffy texts her back, "What does yoga have to do with me?" Cassie, "I heard you were dating the yoga instructor." Puffy, "I'm not dating, no dinners, no dates." Cassie texts him back, "I actually need to stop caring." Puffy texts her back, "Do you want to start back dating?" Cassie, "If you are in LA next week, we can talk." Puffy, "I don't need you to break up with me." Cassie, "I just need you to love me and not other women." Puffy, "I can't wait to see you." Cassie, "Me too." Puffy texts her, "I don't know where you live. That's too far away. Just live your life. Just go forward." Cassie texts him back, "I was really looking forward to that hug. I'm going to call you. I need you to pick me up." September 2018. This is after Puffy supposedly violates her. They get together, they have sex. She gets a FaceTime call from her husband. Cassie texts Puffy back, "I had a great night." Her husband didn't know she was with Puff. He found out. And when he found out, she lied to him and told him that Puffy took it. She keeps corresponding with Puff after that incident. While she's with her new husband, she texts Puffy, "I feel lost without you." Puffy texts her back, "I'm just gonna fall back." November 2018, Kim Porter passed away. Cassie flew to Georgia to attend the memorial service. Cassie leaves. Puffy texts her, "You just left me." Cassie texts him back, "I didn't just leave you. Kim was your soulmate. What was the 11 years all about? I love you. You compared me to Gina. Hit me if you need me. I love you." Cassie thought Puffy was having sex with his babysitter, Christopher Tracy. In 2019, this is after she's, I think, maybe had a baby with her new husband. Puffy texts Cassie, March 22nd, 2019, after they've broken up, after she's escaped, after she's supposedly no longer being trafficked. Puffy texts her, "Checking on you, sending you love." "Congratulations, Cassie. You are going to make a beautiful mother." Cassie texts him back, "Thank you. Puffy texts Cassie, I had a dream about you last night, sending you love. Congratulations on the birth of your child. I miss my best friend. Cassie texts him back, I miss you too. Hope you are well. Puffy texts her back, thank you for responding. I am always here if you need me. Cassie, I wish everybody well. Puffy, I'm fine. Just had another operation. You are my ride or die. You are one of the greatest women in the whole world. Can't wait to sit down and talk to you. Cassie, me too. I don't hate you. I never have. I needed a second to gather my thoughts. What you said blew my mind. Puffy sends her a tear-faced emoji. Cassie texts Puffy, I wouldn't be at this point in my life without you. Puffy, all respect for your marriage. We are honestly lucky to be alive. We went hard. Tell your moms and your pops I said hi. I wish all the best for you. Love. In October 2023, Cassie and her new husband go broke in Los Angeles. They move back to Connecticut. They got money problems. She was preparing for a tour in Australia and New Zealand. She moves back into her family's house, a one-family house with her mother, her father, her brother, her husband, and her 2 kids, because things aren't happening good in LA. This is October 2023. The very next month, she files the $30 million civil suit against Puffy. Puffy settles the suit. She cancels her tour in Australia and New Zealand. And she says that domestic violence is the issue. In 2012, Puffy texts Cassie, I want the freak off for the last time tonight. May 2012. Let's do one more freak off and that's it. Puffy texts Cassie. Cassie texts Puffy back. What? I don't want this to be our last. I want it to be our first. And for the rest of our lives, I want to freak off with you. That is Cassie's testimony under cross-examination. That's it. What more do you want me to say? What more do you want me to say? Jeter, what's up, man? That was all the cross-examination, ladies. Nobody reported that. I was the only one reporting the cross-examination. John Pete, what up? Vaughn, what up? So, I think the jury got it right. I think the jury got it right. Larry Love. Larry Love, thank you for the super chat. Thank everybody for the super chats, man. Appreciate all of y'all. How do you guys feel about the verdict, man? Ravens fan, what's up? Thank you, Vicky. Yeah, he beat the feds head up. Big Tone, what up? Myrtle Lab. Thomas Breeze, what up, man? Tisa Tells almost got beat up yesterday 3 times. Tisa Tells almost got beat up by other vloggers 3 times yesterday. I'm putting up the video right after this. They brought her down. She came down to the overflow. I don't know why she came down there. They was gonna whoop her ass. They was gonna whoop her ass, man. Yeah. They ran her out of 26. She came down to the overflow. She came down to the overflow. Them niggas was gonna get her, man. One dude said, "Come on, get on the elevator with me. Come on." She didn't dare get on that elevator. Puffy beat a RICO charge, man. You don't know how big that is, man. That is huge. That is huge, man. Tom Robb, thank you for the super chat. Yo, Sean, the judge scares me a little bit. He seems like a people pleaser and sway too much towards the government. Yeah, he's been like that the whole trial. Keith Beecham, I thought that the jury would have the discernment to nullify the Mann Act charges. The state overreached. Well, what busted Puff on the Mann Act charges was when they showed the American Express credit card statement and his travel agent, his travel manager, Jessica Ruiz, booking the flights for the escorts to fly from LA to Miami. That was, he couldn't get around that. He couldn't get around that. No, I'm not going on academics today. Shout out to academics, man. You think the jury got it wrong? What'd they get wrong? Thank you, Lavender. Thank you, Lavender. I think he won. Puffy won. Actual proof. Peace, you missed my last message. I wanted to read that compliment out loud. Thank you, actual proof. What compliment? Can you send it again? If you send it again, I'll read it. Diddy should have been not guilty on all charges. Okay. I was happy with the verdict. You know, there's no asset forfeiture, there's no seizure of his money, his property, his businesses. He won. He's gonna probably get sentenced to like 18 months in prison, man. No more than that. No more than that. The sentencing has to go by the sentencing guideline range. They can't just do whatever they want to do. Yeah, if he would have got convicted of the RICO, he would have been done, and his family would have been done. He's already got 10 months in. If he does a year, he's gonna get Maria. Even they removed juror 6, he still beat him. He still beat him. Sentencing guidelines is not a recommendation, Robert Tatum. Don't do that. You don't know what you're talking about. It's not a recommendation. You gotta follow the sentencing guidelines. Not a recommendation. Can't go out the guideline range. Whatever the guideline is, you gotta follow the guideline. You could do an upward departure out of the range if the judge feels like he needs to go upward departure, but he can also do a downward departure and go out of the guideline range to lower time. Y'all listening to people that don't know what they're talking about. You're listening to people that don't know what they're talking about. He's got to follow the guideline range. Not that he's going to, he's got to. He's got to follow the guideline range. Now, he does have discretion to go above the range or below the range, depending upon how he feels in terms of criminal history and things like that. But Puffy has no criminal history, so there would be no reason for him to go out of the guideline range to the upside. None. Yeah, Gene Deal. What's up with him, Robert Tatum? Imagine how he feel. Puffy won, man. He definitely won. 100%. I mean, so many people wanted to see Puffy get convicted. I thought that was crazy, man. They're not going to give Puffy 10 years, man. Stop saying that. Why would they give him 10 years? And the guideline doesn't say that. What are you talking about? They're not going to run it consecutive. They're not going to do that. Absolutely not. Y'all listen to too much of the wrong people. You got to do your own research. Alex M., I think the judge going to sentence him to 24 months. With time served, he'll be out in a year. Man, your coverage will go down as a definitive document of this case. You were incredible. You deserve an Emmy for actual proof. Thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you. I don't think Trump has to pardon him. Why would Trump pardon him now? I think if he's getting some... He beat him, man. He beat the feds, man. He beat the feds. He was facing death. He was facing death in prison, man. Life in prison. And he won, man. He won. He beat the feds at trial in New York City. On his own, without a pardon. Ken Lightning, thank you, sir. There's no reason for him to get a pardon at this point. He's just going to do his time. Go in there, stay in there, do some push-ups. Work out, read, think about his plan when he gets released. Spend time with his daughters, get ready to get out, spend time with his daughters. Puffy won. Puffy won. Nobody expected him to... I didn't expect him to get out of this. Nobody expected him to get out of this. Nobody. Nah, he doesn't care about being a felon. Who gives a fuck about that? What does that mean? I'm a convicted felon and I'm better than probably 98% of the people on the planet. Being a convicted felon doesn't mean nothing. What does that mean? You're a lawyer, you're a CPA, you're a mailman, you're a felon, you're a pilot, you're a stewardess, you're a bus driver. Gives a fuck. Who are you as a person? Some of the most honest and upright people that I've met in my life are convicted felons. What does that mean? The man won. He won. He won. He took the feds to trial in New York City and beat them in the Southern District of New York. That's crazy. His legacy is locked in. His legacy is locked in, man. Yeah, I saw him get on his knees. Listen, just like they told y'all the wrong things leading up to this case, They're gonna tell you the wrong things about his sentencing, man. He declined the plea deal. They offered him 15 years. He said, crank up the jury. He gambled and he won. He won, Alice. He won. I don't care how you look at it. Whatever you say about him, about his name, none of that means nothing, man. He didn't call not one witness. Simeon Toko. Thanks for the outstanding. Thank you, Simeon. Jules may not even have been there at the hotel. What are you talking about? He's going to regret not calling Jules to stand to testify. Why would he regret that? Why would he regret that? The fuck are y'all talking about? This nigga was looking at life in prison. He was staring death in the face, and he beat him. Jules maybe never was even in that hotel room. They never showed no picture of him being there. There was no evidence of him being there. How do you know he was in the room? You saw him in the room? You saw Jules in the room? Did they put up any evidence, any testimony that Jules was in the room other than Cassie on the stand? There's no proof he was even there. That could have just been Cassie's lie. All the witnesses lied. The judges are racist? How do you know that? What proves that? What proves the judges are racist? What proves that? How did he lose, Marcel? He lost and he won. How did he lose? Mark Agnifilo saved his life. He didn't lose, motherfucker. One of the charges was life in prison, man. 30 years. How the fuck did he lose? How the fuck did he lose? He's in prison already, what, 10 months? 2 more months is a year. He gets 54 days good time credit, no cap. Activity with Freezy. Thank you, man. He's got no criminal history, first offense. He's going to get the low end of the guideline range. They're going to run those 2 charges concurrent. Cuzzo 3D. Thank you, man. Academics is asking me to go on his live. Let me see. Is Academics asking me to go on his live? Y'all, let me click this link. Academic, I think Academics is asking me to go on his live. Act, you asking me to come on your live or what? Oh, it just ended? Oh, he's off? Because he sent me a link. Okay. The man won, man. He won 100%. the man will get to play tunk with his daughters again. The man will get to play Monopoly with his daughters again. The man will be able to push his 4-year-old daughter on the swing. The man will be able to teach his 4-year-old daughter how to tie a sneaker. The man will be able to teach his 4-year-old daughter how to ride a bike. Nigeria, what up? How did he lose? I don't know, Ravens fan. I gotta go over there. I think they doing something. Somebody said it was gonna be remote, but I'm gonna try to go over there next Tuesday. I think that's the expedited hearing for sentencing. Shout out to academics, man. Tell you a prison story? What you want to hear about a prison story? Somebody sent me a cash app. He needs to be sentenced. That Mann Act is racially motivated. Not necessarily. Charlene, that's you? I researched the Mann Act. It's not necessarily racially motivated. Terrell, thank you, man. It was done, first it was called the White Slavery Act. The original name of it was the White Slavery Act, and it was put in place to try to deter sex with underage girls. But they applied it to Jack Johnson later after it was already in place. It wasn't for Jack Johnson. That the law existed before Jack Johnson got indicted under it. Now, it was the White Slavery Act. He didn't lose. He beat a RICO in the Southern District of New York. Exactly. Ponde. Thank you, Ponde. Yeah, Little Rod lied. He lied. If I looked it up correctly, it's the White Slavery Act. It was signed into law in 1910. In its original form, the act made it a felony to engage in interstate or foreign commerce transport of any woman or girl for the purpose of prostitution or debauchery, or for any other immoral purpose. Its primary stated intent was to address prostitution, immorality, and human trafficking, particularly where trafficking was for the purpose of prostitution. It was one of several acts of protective legislation aimed at moral reform during the Progressive Era. In practice, its ambiguous language about immorality resulted in it being to criminalize even consensual sexual behavior. Yeah. Doesn't matter, man. Y'all focused on the wrong thing. Y'all focused on the wrong thing. wasn't in the penitentiary. I was at an FCI low. I've never been to the USP. In the federal system, when you reference a pen, you mean like the penitentiary. That's the maximum level USP. I wasn't at a maximum level USP. Y'all focused on the wrong thing. You too emotional about this shit. Here this man was facing life in prison on a RICO. He beat it. 15 years for SEX trafficking. He beat that. And y'all worried about a little punk ass man at charge. Y'all dumb. He's gonna get sentenced to 18 months to 2 years. He won. He won. All right, so here it is. The background. In the 19th century, which is the 1800s, many cities in the United States had designated legally protected areas of prostitution. Increased urbanization, as well as greater numbers of young women entering the workforce, led to greater flexibility in courtship without supervision. In this changing social sphere in the mid-1800s, concern over white slavery began. In the mid-1800s, Jack Johnson was in charge of this until 1913. So we're talking about 63 years later. The term referred to women kidnapped for the purposes of prostitution and derives from Charles Sumner's 1847 description of the Barbary slave trade. Numerous communities appointed vice commissions to investigate the extent of local prostitution, whether prostitutes participated in it willingly or were forced into it. The second significant action at the local level was to close the brothels and red light districts. Y'all too emotional, man. Y'all too emotional. He beat a RICO case, man, at trial. The dude won. Rod D, what up? Tony Love, what up? He won. The first thing y'all niggas do is when something happens, you start talking, oh, racist this, racist that, racist this, cracker this, cracker that, white man this, black man that, Latino this, Mexican that. Blame yourself. Puffy put himself in this situation. Puffy chose these people, the people that cooperated against him, the people that testified against him, he chose. He put himself in that position. But he also helped himself and helped himself get out of that position. If he didn't choose to get involved with them people, he would have never been in this situation. But I'm glad that Puff got out of it. He fought against all odds. Against all odds. I put myself in the position to get indicted. I made bad decisions. I made bad choices. I hung around bad people. I saw people were no good and I ignored it. I did that to myself. Nobody did that to me. White man ain't do nothing to me. I broke the law. I broke the law openly and I knew I was breaking it while I was breaking it. But I thought I was going to be able to get over. I got greedy. That was my fault. Yes, I did. First thing y'all do is turn, oh, the judge is racist, the white man, the Jack Johnson, all this old bullshit. Puffy won. He won his freedom. He won his freedom. Accountability. Accountability. I got on drugs because I chose to pick up weed. My mother didn't tell me that you don't go smoke weed. You don't go get drunk. No, I chose that. My fault. I don't blame nobody for my life. Ain't nobody being emotional fake profile boy. Get your ass up out of here. Thoughtful, sincere. You just want to blame somebody. That's why your life ain't shit. All of y'all that go around in life blaming other people for your life, this is why you have no results. Until you start blaming yourself and being accountable and be responsible for yourself, you'll never be nothing. What's up, Jen? What's BS, Angela Pierce? This is BS. What's BS? Big Tone, did he need some time in jail to self-reflect? Hopefully he come out sharp and new man like you, ain't no question. He gonna be different when he come up out of it. He's gonna be better than he's ever been. You disagree with what, Ravens fan 22? He has served more than enough time? Obviously not. If he was convicted of prostitution, look at this. Look at now look at what you're saying. I heard the judge. Who did you hear? Look at this comment. I heard the judge went into the jury room and ordered them to find him guilty of the Mann Act. Where did you hear that from? Who did you hear that from? Which juror told you that? Ravens fan 22. You heard. Where'd you hear that? Ravens fan 22, which juror told you that? You heard. He definitely know who his friends are now, Miss Nisi. Ravens fan 22, you heard what? Jeremy Billy. Being honest with yourself, Jeremy Billy. Ravens fan 22, which juror did you speak to that told you the judge came in there and made them convict him of the Mann Act? Big Tone, You rather see me and him go head up? Everybody asked Ravens fan 22, where is he at? Everybody asked Ravens fan 22, which juror told him, did he speak to, that the judge came in the jury room and mandated and made them convict him of that man act? Ravens fan 22, where you go? Can't do that, y'all. Can't do that. Y'all are doing the same thing that they did about Puff 8 months ago. Said things that wasn't true. I got a question. Can I ask y'all a question? I got a question. How many of y'all thought Puffy was gay before the trial? Put a 5 in the live chat if you thought Puffy was gay before the trial. Put a 7 in the live chat if you did not think he was gay. You see what I'm saying? Some of y'all didn't. I did. And I went down there to see. I wanted to hear it from Cassie. I said, Cassie's gonna tell it. Another question. No gay stuff ever came out on Puff. Not one gay testimony came out on Puff. The only evidence that came out on Puff is that he had 9, 10, 11, 12 women. He bought them diamond necklaces, diamond bracelets, Chanel bags, cars, rent, houses. That's all that came out. No gay stuff came out. I got another question. How many of y'all thought Cassie hated Puffy before the trial? If you thought Cassie hated Puff, put a 3 in the live chat. If you did not think he hated Puff, put a 1 in the live chat. How many of y'all thought Cassie hated Puff? Those 3s and 1s. Mason Couture, put the raccoon in the chat. Puffy is a gay, which straight man would rub another man's sperm on his chest. That was Cassie's testimony. Cassie perjured herself. I thought Cassie, based on what they said that he did to her, I thought she would hate him. She loved him. She said it on the stand. She loved him. Question. How many of y'all thought Puffy was definitely going to prison? Put an 8 in the live chat. If you thought he was not gonna go to prison, going to trial, put a 2 in the live chat. 8. I'm 8. 8. Sean G is 8. Y'all really thought Puffy was gonna beat the feds at trial? Really? Okay. Y'all optimistic. I need y'all on my team. I said there's no way he's gonna beat them. Stacey Owens, what's up? No, I don't think KK would be charged. Neither D-Rock. KK did not testify against him. Neither did D-Rock. They won't be charged. It's over. The RICO is over. He beat the biggest charge, man. How did Agnifilo say it? The most serious charge on the books. RICO is the most serious charge on the books. Tom Robb, I never believed the story would end like that. Ravens fan, which juror told you that? I saw your comment, 50 Cent being, which juror told you that? They introducing a new segment called Sidebar. Yeah, they biting off me like everybody else did. It was a comment I saw on Twitter, and I think they heard it was from Tisa. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, Ravens fan 22. You know this channel, man. You know we don't do shit like that, man. We deal with facts here. What's up, England? I'm gonna catch up with y'all, man. Let me get up out of here. I'm gonna drop the video right now with Tisa, man. Check out the video I did on Tisa. Tisa almost got beat up 3 times yesterday. Ravens fans, I pray Trump does the right thing and pardon him. All right, let me get up out of here, y'all. All right, peace.